Hello everyone. So here we are again. Today it's going to be in English, our live, and it's going to be with Rui Palha. Rui Palha is one of the most known street photographers from Portugal. So I'm Valeria, I'm from Street Macadam, and we have several lives going on during the weeks. So you can go to our page and see in French, in Spanish or Italian now as well, Portuguese and English. I'm sure we have a lot of great photographers for you to see. So today, this gentleman, this is the most iconic photo of him that I'm showing, and we're going to talk about it because it generated a lot of doubts and conversations. So Rui Palha is a street photographer. He's also an humanist in the sense that he does reportage and documentary, especially focused in more deprived neighborhoods. He also travels a lot. He loves Hanoi in Vietnam. His photography is mainly monochrome with always a beautiful light or in moody weather. And portrays a bit the solitude of the big cities with a melancholic feel, which is a very Portuguese sentiment that it's portraits in literature, in music, with fado. I don't know if you ever heard about our fado, and also cinema. So today we're going to know a bit more of him, what drove him to photography, how he developed his style, any insights that he can give us about his stories. I had the pleasure of meeting him in person. He's a very interesting and rich people. And let me see if Rui is already here. I don't want to bother you with my conversation because at the end of the day, I just invited you. Can you accept my invite? Okay, great. Hello, Rui.
Hello,
See you.
I'm here, but I can't see my face.
You have to turn the camera on your bottom right
Sorry?
side to you. So you have to invert the
Can you
camera.
repeat? Okay.
So it has to. So it has the size. Now it's filming in front of you, and you have to change the size of the camera.
Change what?
So you have to change the direction of the camera. You can
Okay.
looking
Sorry.
into you, or you can you have an option on the live.
Yes.
You can invert like
okay.
that.
Hello, Valeria. How are you?
How are you?
You are beautiful as always.
Thank you. Thank you for accepting our invite. It's a pleasure having you here.
I have to put the sound. I can hear very well, but
maybe increase a bit of the sound.
Yeah, it's in the maximum. It's strange.
How are you feeling?
Sorry?
How are you feeling today?
More or less. I don't like a lot to speak to people I can see, yes, but let me try here one thing. Is better?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I think everyone is very curious and expectant to hear
I'm going to try one thing. Don't you mind to wait just a minute?
Okay.
I can. It's in
we are seeing
the maximum the sounds, yeah, but I can't listen you very well. Can you speak
listen
a bit?
Yeah, I'm
Do
hearing
you hear
perfectly.
me well?
Yeah, perfectly. I hear you.
Probably is my smartphone is old as me, yeah, but
can
no
you
problem.
hear me?
Yeah, but not very well.
Okay. Can you talk a bit about you? What made you be a photographer? I know you call yourself an amateur photographer. So what drove you to photography? Why did you start it? Why this artist mean another one? Why did you choose photography?
I can try. Yes, I am not. I think I need to say this. I am not so good expressing my feelings or my thoughts through words, but I will try to make and speak the best as possible I can. So I am sorry if I will not reach what you pretend, but I will try. Photography is an hobby since I was 14 years old. I had my own darkroom, but to be honest, I only liked to click or to press the button in the streets. Photography always had a kind of magic for me. Stop a moment in time is an amazing feeling. I always felt amazed by, hypnotized even, with the movement of the people, with their expressions, their reactions. I felt it was a fantastic challenge to trying to capture all the bustle of everyday life and a way to learn a lot about the surrounding world. Yes, that photograph you are showing now, it was very curious because it was homeless, yeah, that asked me to light to a cigarette, and I had in that moment a very wide lens. If I'm not mistaken, 12 millimeters, and I give him my lights, yes, to lighten his cigarette and make a photograph at the same time. So he didn't see anything, yeah, and is a kind of photograph I like to make, of course, that I call still expressions. Not always we can do that because many times you have to stall first and afterwards ask for permission. Yeah, and the photographs are always very different because they look like staged.
So how did you develop your style, and where do you get your inspiration? I know you have this wonderful story about dreams that is very unique, and about your dreams that you dream about the photo.
Oh yes, many times, yes. One thing I think that is very important to say is that we only learn anything in this life with the mistakes. Yeah. So I only can learn photography making lots of mistakes. Is the only way I know to learn how to try better and better and better every day. Always looking for the photograph I never could make, and probably I will not make never. Many times I have dreams with places I walk every day because there are always the same places. Yes, Lisbon is a very small town, is not very big. So the spots are always the same. Only the people is different. And many times I dream with some composition in any place. For example, that one was constructed during a dream, and in the day after, because it was a period with lots of rain, I wake up and went directly to Bika, trying to make in photograph what I have dreamed in the night before, and maybe
This
not
is in
the
Bika?
best one I have there, but I like a lot because it was made during a dream. So it's a meaningful. Yes, that one I think is in the contrary is strange. Yes, Is the other side. No problem. This was I used a very slow camera when I made that photo. Was an Olympus C50-50 with the fantastic lens, but it was very small. And as I liked a lot, rain is my favorite weather to photograph. It was raining a lot, and I realized that the one that I call wet jump, there was a Chinese restaurant and was raining a lot, dogs and cats, and many people to leave the restaurant had to jump over the water. I was waiting for some special photograph, and I made some photographs there from Chinese people, not Chinese people, without umbrellas, with umbrellas. But that one, it was very special for me because it was luck. Yeah, I had to make a story about that, and he shocked a bit the guy that belongs to a very very big photographic site. I will not name his name now, nor the name of the site, because he asked me to make I don't know the name, a story about that photograph. And everybody, almost everybody in that site were very, for them, the chair was very, very important. They had lots of good chairs, great cameras. And I was very humble. And I said, I made this one with a point and shoot, a very slow one, Olympus C50-50. That is a very old one, and it was the last day that she had life, because he was dead in that day because the rain were a lot, was too much. I have a quote. I think I can call it a quote. Yeah, it's a bit pretentious, but I don't mind. So I used to say photography is a very important part of my space. It is to discover, it is to capture, giving flow to what the heart feels and sees in a certain moment. It is being in the street always, as maximum as possible, trying, knowing, learning, and essentially practicing the freedom of being, of living, and of thinking. So it's a very sensation of freedom I have in the streets. It's the reason I only photograph alone. I can't photograph in groups. If I can go out with groups, yes, but I don't photograph. I speak. I see what people are doing, but yes, but I can't photograph because to photograph we need to be very focused. We have to hear all the sounds, to smell everything, and trying to anticipate something that can happen. It's very, very important, this spirit, anticipate always a moment, yeah, and luck is necessary, of course.
And how do you develop your black and white style with this kind of fan-ho light, but also with a sense of Cartier-Bresson and Elliot Erwitt? How did you develop this style? Why black and white, never color?
Uh, I'm going probably to offend some people, but I really only like I only like black and white, because if no color, no light. Yeah, black and white. I agree a lot with the quote that Ted Grant wrote in the past. If you photograph with color, using color, you photograph the clothes. If you photograph with black and white, if you use black and white, you photograph the soul. You don't have the color to disturb you or to impress you. Sometimes a photograph in color may be appellative because you like a lot the combination of colors used. If you like a lot, if some black and white photo makes you some emotion, is because the photograph is really good. And or aesthetic beautiful, or with lots of artistry, or can tell you a story. Anyway, I like a lot many photographers that use color, and photo reporters using colors, and I like them a lot. And I will not name a guy that I love a lot in Instagram, but use his color, and is a fantastic photographer. But he uses black and white too. I only use black and white, and I can see the grayscale when I am in the street. That's maybe a detail that makes confusion to everybody. That lots of color. How could you see the black and white? And I see in grayscale. You see?
Yeah.
So no problem at all.
So, Rui, what is for you street photography? Now there's a lot of conversations going on with a lot of rules. What is considered a candid moment? What is considered street photography? And now I know that you engage sometimes with your subjects and you talk with them. And for some line of thought currently, it's said that people cannot look at you, you cannot interact with them. What's your view on that?
And there is one thing. I think street photography, I can't define street photography. I have no definition for that. But street photography is not only photography in the street. Yes, is, in my opinion, a real street photographer must be an artist, because they need to capture and to tell a story, and probably they have to share what they see in any day, but with some artistry behind, not only a street shooter that capture and click the button everything he wants. About what you asked, staged photographs, I don't agree with staged photography. And I never make that. Yes, maybe I can. For example, I only photograph alone, but for any reason, I can take a walk with one friend. Yeah, or I usually make workshops one-on-one, so only for one person. Of course, I can click the button sometimes, of course. But the person that is not posing, she or he is walking in the streets, and many times I can photograph him or her in the places I think, or in the placement I think is great, but they don't know. Yeah, so I never say, hey, turn right, turn right, go down or go up or look right or good. Never. I don't like that, and I don't agree. Street photography is not about stage photographs. It's about what is completely natural, and you need to be astute. You need to preview probably what is going to happen, to anticipate a moment, and you need to develop with the years, not with the months. maybe a vision, a technical way to see the scenes and to look the beauty of the places, the composition, the lighting control, because it's very difficult. But you are going to learn a lot, but during years, yeah. There is one thing that I think I must make a repair note. I can see lots of fake photographs in Instagram. It's a kind you can't see so much in Facebook, for example, because the photographs are much larger. Yeah, so of course there are some tries to make fake photographs, adding elements to the photograph, but it's not so easy. And one thing I have is more than 50 years of experience. So I learned a lot seeing photographs. So it's a bit easy for me to see what is a fake photograph or not. And in Instagram, we see millions of fake photographs. It's too bad because they are destroying the photography. And these young generations that are trying to learn, yeah, seeing photographs, that is a very important way to learn about photography, is they don't have good results seeing this. I include is not fake photographs, but not fake because they don't have any elements. But you can see two very bad photographs in the net, all the net, with over processed, lots of sharp, lot too much contrast, the killing of the shadows, or excess of color. You can see lots of colorful photographs that never showed the reality, and they didn't exist.
Rui,
You like a
we
lot
need to talk
that
about this
photograph.
photo. So this photo was a very polemic photo of
Yes.
Rui, in which people confused from a photo from Cartier Henri Bresson, and he had to prove actually that the photo was his. Do you want to talk about this photo? You know that I was in Oporto this week, and I went to this market, but it's completely changed, right?
Oh,
And I was trying to find the place where you were,
yes.
and now it's completely transformed. But it's a fabulous photo, and please
Yes.
share with us your story about it.
Unfortunately, you can. I don't know if it is unfortunately or fortunately. It's impossible to make that photograph again because the soul of the bullion market is gone. With after the maintenance and the new bullion loses a lot the soul. Yeah, maybe in 20 years or 30 years we can have that again, but I will be not alive. Uh, anyway, I made that photo in 2010, so 14 years ago. And during 14 years, I was insulted in the net, saying that the photo was made by Ricard Bresson, that was in Porto before he died, of course, but he never went to Bouillon. So it was a war, a very long war. I don't like this. Of course, it's a mix of sadness and anger, but indeed it becomes a bit kind of proudness for me. Fortunately, I have all the support of Aude Aubert, that is the representative of the portfolio of Ricard Bresson Foundation. And she's a very nice person. I don't know her personally, just for mails and just with mails. and she sent me a declaration, a formal declaration from the foundation, Henrique Ativação Foundation, letting everybody knows that the photograph was not made by him, but by a Portuguese photographer, Rui Palha, that is me. And it's curious because that one is the one I choose because that one I like more. Because in that moment, maybe in 1 minute or 2 minutes, I made maybe 5 or 6 photographs with the person going upstairs and trying to run away from the pigeons that were a bit frightening, yeah, because they always attack the persons. And but now in the net, you don't see in many places that is made by Henrique Cartier-Bresson, but by Rui Palha. And that's enough for me. Maybe my sons could have some good things after my death with that.
Actually, I don't think it resembles to Henri Cartier-Bresson, but can you talk a bit about the insights or the story that you want to tell with that photograph? Because I read a review last week from Flick, I think it was it, that you won the first prize for that photo. The interpretation of the photo is very interesting because when you look it closely and in a more detailed way, actually it seems that the lady is going somewhere followed by the pigeon,
Yeah.
which is a bit mysterious. I have another one from on the same place as well.
Yes, but that one was made 1 year before and using another camera, not that one. Yeah, but I like a lot that photograph.
Which camera do you use? We have someone that asked, which camera do you use? I know you're a Leica person.
I am a Leica photographer. Yeah, not because he's a Leica, because I don't bother very much with the gear. I can use any camera because all the cameras made the same thing. Anyway, I like a lot the Leica because of the lenses. The lenses are fantastic, and these new cameras, the launches, are very, very, very good, and I feel comfortable using them. But I am comfortable using some other cameras. What is essential for me is the focal length I use. I only use prime lenses, and the maxima I use is 35 millimeters. Is a focal length I love. With the Leica, I use a lot 28 millimeters. Yes, that if you are speaking about cameras, I don't like to speak about cameras, but I can tell you that that photograph was made with a Sony RX1 that has a 35 millimeters lens, a fixed one, and it is a fantastic lens. I have that camera too, yet, and I use many times, not as many times as I use Leica, but I use it lots of times because I love is a Carl Zeiss lens. It's a very, very good lens, very luminous, and I use it several times. That photograph was made with
what?
The Sony, not with Leica.
So what do you want to express with your images and your stories?
To be honest, I only photograph for myself. I don't photograph to publish everywhere. I have pleasure using the camera. The street is my life, to be honest. Without street and people, I couldn't survive. it would be impossible. And just for your information, and I think you know, but many people don't know. Before I publish a photograph, I print the photograph. So I only publish photographs that are enough good or good in the net. So I don't work for publishing the net. I think you understand that. What I do is for my pleasure, my own pleasure, nothing more. And there are many days that I arrive home and I see the photographs I made during the day and is garbage. So everything goes to the trash.
You know, because I have that feeling as well.
Sorry?
I'm glad to know that because I have that feeling many times that
I
I go
think
out and it's like terrible.
everybody has, because there are times in our life that we are inspired, we have luck, we have a lot of pleasure to walk in the streets and to talk or not talk with the street models, yes, because it's very important. I want just to tell you one thing. What is very important, in my humble opinion, in street photography is always have a project that is make us passionate by it. And I always had three projects. The first one is very related with my walks in the street because it's the one you spoke a bit soon today, is the solitude in big cities that I can reflect a lot of that in my photographs. That is an isolated person in the middle of the buildings or in empty places or even in very populated places. For example, that is in House of Music in Porto, is a wonderful place to go before they oblige people now to visit in group. I stopped going there, but during the time I could go there alone. It was incredible because it's a magic of light everywhere and architecture, and you could make lots and lots of good photographs there. It was an amazing place. Now it's not, because you have to go in a group of 10 or 15 or 20 persons, so you can do whatever you want. Yeah. And I tried to go there alone, and they said it's impossible. And I asked why, because there are lots of people that destroyed everything. And I said, I never saw anything destroyed here. Yes, but there are very bad guys that came here just to destroy. Okay, it's an excuse. They want to receive some money for that. It's very stupid.
From one of our conversation, you said also that photographers have the social responsibility of also portraying and some aspects of our society that sometimes are hard to deal with, to like your project with Cova da Moura. That is, you did this project. It's a deprived neighborhood here in the outskirts of Lisbon, and it's a project that Rui has for a long time, in which he managed to create a bond and some connections with the locals in order to allow him to take the photos that he has. You don't post not much on your Instagram, that project. I can see it's more on Facebook.
Not in Instagram. I have
Not
to be
sure if
honest.
this one is from there.
Yes, of course. And if you go to my Facebook or to my website, you will see hundreds of photographs made in Cova da Moura, because it's really one of my most important projects. The first one, obviously, is the solitude in big cities, because it's a daily project. And the second, and no less important, is the fantastic neighborhood Cova da Moura, who that I love a lot, and I feel as I was in my second home, to be honest. Was not very easy to enter there. Uh, it's obvious the reasons, and I think it is a very important component of street photography, because is a way to mix the sociological face with the street photography face, and you must to enter there and be welcomed, what is not very easy. And I think I go to Cova da Moura since maybe between 15 and 20 years ago. Yes. And I went alone in the first time, and I was walking. Each time I was taking a risk, a large, bigger risk, trying to go to the narrow streets. But each day I could do that, day after day after day after day. I respect a lot people that says me no. They make me the signal not to photograph, and I never photograph those people. But I always was walking with my camera. Everybody could see my camera, so people knew very well what I pretended to do there. So after 1 year afterwards, I entered, and in Cova da Moura, I thought I should make a tribute to them. So I chose. It was not very easy. A very beautiful palace in Lisbon was the Cabral Palace. A very a place with lots of dignity and beauty, and make an exhibition with the work I made in the last year, in 1 year, in the year before, and call it Grow with Dignity. So
What's your
I publicized.
recommendation for photographers? How to deal and how to connect in the proper way so they can do that kind of work. I'm asking that because for me it's very challenging going to that neighborhood alone, and to, you know, be sure I
Yes,
will.
don't ask me to take you, because
No, no,
I
no, no, no.
always
I'm just asking you what
I always
are
go
your
alone.
advice, recommendations for people or
Valeria,
photographers that would like to do.
there is one thing that is very important. Not everybody has the same way of live. I never feel afraid of anything. Never. Probably is a problem I have, and it will be bad, very bad one day. But that's a feeling I don't have. I can go everywhere, because I always feel that I'm not going to make anything bad. So I am with my heart open and my soul open. And I think people can feel that. I have some very problematic stories, not only in Cova da Moura, I had two, but with gypsies, for example. That is another project I try to make. Is not easy. It's very difficult to enter in their community, but I am not afraid. So what can happen to me? They can steal my camera, they can beat me, but I don't mind. Yeah, and probably they can feel that. What do you think you can lose if you go to speak with a person? What are you going to lose? What are you afraid of? What?
losing your life?
Your life? No, I don't believe that. So you don't lose anything. You can try always to speak with people. I know lots of young photographers that can't speak with anybody, and I always try to tell you must you must to try. You can begin going to demonstrations, to public events. There are lots to street markets, and to be in the middle of people. And you can photograph people. It's very easy to photograph people in political demonstrations, for example, because if they are in the street, you can photograph them. You only you cannot tell that guy was dead. When I went to give the photograph to him, I knew that he was already dead. So I gave the photograph to the family that started to cry in Casillas. It was a very sad moment for me. It happens a lot. So many people I photograph, I always try to give the photograph to them, and they are not between us anymore. So there are sad moments, but there are very happy moments too. But I would like to come back to Cova da Moura neighborhood because it is a place that I really love. And we can learn a lot with the wisdom that the majority of those guys, young, not so young, old guys, have, because they learn those things, everything with life, with the hard life they had, not in books. And you can see people there that is amazing. They are philosophers. They have a special wisdom. They speak with you, and you can't believe what you are listening for the first time. I am an old guy, so as you can understand, and I know lots of people, lots of stories. I lived lots of situations, some good, others very good, others very bad. Some trouble. I had some troubles with photography, not only in Portugal.
Tell us which countries you like the most to travel. I know you're a traveler as well. I was trying to see.
I don't travel as much as I would like. Yeah. For example, last year I went to Paris, that I love, and to Hanoi, that I love a lot. But it was the last long flight I made, because it's too much for me. I'm too old for spend 18 hours flying. Yeah, it's too much, and with lots of colds in the inside the plane. Was awful. There is one thing I can show you. Besides that, that exhibition I made, and I called Grow with Dignity in Palacio Cabral. 1 year afterwards, I entered in Cova da Moura. In 2017, I thought I should give them something to everybody in Cova da Moura. And I decided to make a tribute to everybody. So I printed around 500 photographs made in 12 years. And I hanged all the photographs in ropes with clothespins. And during 2 days was a street exhibition. During 2 days, each people that was photographed, that appears in the photograph, could take the photograph from the spin and take to home, or the family of that people. So it was incredible. 2 hours after the exhibition begin, 400 photographs disappeared. So people were jumping, laughing, crying. Somebody was crying because we missing the dead family, and it was an unforgettable and fantastic weekend for me, and a very emotional time. I saw people crying, laughing, jumping. Lots of them wanting to embrace me and show me how much they liked it. They were, in fact, the main protagonists, the main actors. The photographer, me, must have a secondary paper, always. The photographer is always secondary, and people must quit their arrogance. I know lots of young photographers that are very arrogant. That way, they can't arrive to any place. Yes, they must be humble. They
You
that
also
is
have a lot of photos in the tube station.
yes, I love
I think it's
a lot.
amazing
And
because in Portugal sometimes
just
people.
that's what I told you, that people should go to political demonstrations. That photograph was made in the one day in Popular Saints in June, and I tried to make a reportage since I left home till I arrived to Bica, Alfama, Moraria, to photograph the event there. Yes, and that photograph was made in the two on the way to Baixa Chiado.
I believe you wanted to show us something that you were going to pick.
Yes, I want to show because, and I want to say this. What really important in photography is not the prizes we can receive. We can receive lots of prizes. They are very subjective because perhaps I am winning a prize, but personally, I think that that prize should be given to another photographer. And I am very sincere about that. So I don't bother with the prizes. I don't like prizes. I don't like protagonism. I like to live my life in my way. Um, for this, I want to speak a bit more later about a group I founded in Facebook because I am getting older. So I try to make a tribute to photography without any protagonism from my side or from any other administrator side. But anyway, the best prize we can have are the sympathy we can feel from the people in general. And because that type of prizes are pure ones, are very sincere and last forever, while the others, the prizes, that kind of prizes we receive, are ephemeral. About that photograph you are asking me, it was last week the best street photography posted in 2023 in Flickr. That is the biggest community, photographic community all over the world. I can tell you that around 3 millions of photographs are posted per day. So it's a prize, of course. I was not sad, but it's a bit indifferent for me. No, I want to show. I don't know if you can see. You can see?
Yes.
So
yes, we can. Oh, wait.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. It's this is the exhibition I made in the streets. Yes, with
Not
the.
Like
you see?
Up. Not like this, yeah. Bit down. Yeah, we can see. Yeah, we can see.
Okay, there are lots, but
But Rui, do you agree that when people like they win the Sony Award, some World Photo Award, and they have the possibility of being part of that exhibition, it's a very important step on their career and actually can open a lot of doors. But do you think it's not sometimes fair? Is that?
It's true. I am not telling and I am not transmitting that people must be quiet or don't show the photographs they made. I think the photography must be shared, and it's a way to learn a lot. But the critics we can have in the social media are not to take serious, because I can write things that makes me very disappointed, very bad photographs, and I can read fantastic masterpiece, awesome. And what I recommend to people to learn anything positive about photography. What are you doing, Mrs.?
Just received a call and I had to cancel. I have there's a watcher that is asking, where do you like to shoot the most? Is it in marketplaces, the street, in this kind of neighborhoods? What makes you more motivated?
It depends on my moods, Valeria. It depends. The weather I prefer is, of course, rain. Yeah, about weather. The place I prefer, it depends on my moods. Many times I am pushed to go to Cova da Moura to review old friends or new friends, because people there are always changing. You have lots of times new people there that don't know me. So sometimes is a bit. I am a bit protected by the residents that already know me. Other times I want to go to the old town and to walk for the maybe Bica, Alfama, Moraria. I like the new town. The only place I like in new town is Gardo Oriente or Parque das Nações. It depends. If there are some demonstration, I try to go always. I like a lot to make reportages about street moments or street demonstrations or street shows. I used to photograph for friends for free, of course, but the things that can teach me something, because I am teaching every day. I teach something, I learn something. I have lots of friends in the artistic places, dancers, singers, in the theater. So I've photographed a lot them in these kind of places too. So we can learn a lot, trying to make different things, but in our own, with our freedom. Yes, and to be an amateur allows me that. I only do what I want, never what the others want. So it's a very good status I have. I am not professional. I don't want to be a professional, and I don't have profile for professional. I am very independent. I never liked people telling me do this, do that.
What to do? Rui, they are asking what's the name of the group in Facebook.
Yes, I was forgetting that. It's important because
now what's the name so they can follow?
Is Black and White Humanist and Street Photography Corner. So you have the profile in Instagram that is HSB Corner. And if you go to the profile, you can see the link to Facebook. The main group is a private group, so you need to ask for becoming a member. But we have in parallel three public groups. That is the gallery, where the selected photographs are going to be posted. The team, every Saturday we have a team day. Each Saturday chosen by one of the administrators. For example, today the team was family, and you will post, or she will post, the selected photographs he or she made in that gallery, his team gallery. And we have another gallery. This is the featured photographer that I choose from time to time, and I try to feature a man, a male, and a woman, a male, a woman. Not very easy, because you have not so many women in the group. We have much more men, yeah. But anyway, I try. And this is a very interesting group to learn something, because just for as information, I don't have any protagonism there. All the administrators, we are 8 in the administrators and the moderators, never can be selected for the gallery, so they can't have protagonism. Last year I opened an exception to the monthly video. We have a video with best work made in the month before, made by me and selected by me, and was the first time I began selecting the administrators, because I think they deserve. But you can't see my name anywhere. In the YouTube channel, that is a very, now I think is famous. He has lots of subscribers and is going around the world. His name is HSB Corner in YouTube, so it's easy to find, and you can see all the videos made by months, and the feature photographers are there too, and the videos of the anniversaries, celebrations are there too. And I made a book per year, or an yearbook. So we made for was our 4th anniversary. So I think it's a very interesting place to visit and try to learn something, because you have photographers spread all over the world, and different realities, and it's only black and white, and it's humanist and street photography, and you can see amazing photographs there. Fantastic photographs.
Interrupting, but our
Sorry?
conversation. I'm sorry for interrupting, but our conversation is coming to an end.
Okay.
Because I think we only have 1 minute. Do you want to leave a last message for your audience, and also for photographers?
New photographs. 1 minute is not enough. Anyway, I would like to say to these young generations that must be very, very self-critic with their work. Don't publish bullshit. Don't publish photographs that are not good. Be self-critic, but very strongly self-critic. Look at photographs lots of times before spreading it over everywhere. We can, this way you are not going to have a great audience, never, because you are spreading not good images, yeah? And It's what is important. Love people, respect people, have always the ability to listen people. They are true lessons of life. Try to understand their thoughts, their movements, their feelings, their soul. Be brave and courageous. It's very important. Try to be as close as possible of the people you photograph. This way you will know and feel their soul and vice versa. And as a kind of shout out, always be happy with your own street work before spreading it everywhere. So you must be very pleasant with your work. Be very critical and demanding with yourself. Very. Enjoy people, life, and streets. It's very important. This way you are enjoying the entire wall, and it's a way to grow up under all the aspects. I don't have many things to say more. I have.
Thank you very much. It was very
Okay, you are
inspiring.
welcome. I thank you very
again for
much to Street
accepting.
Macadam. It was beautiful, Valeria, for this. I don't know how many times
For the
we.
compliment.
What?
Thank you for the compliment.
I don't know why I'm not hearing you.
I'm not
Usually I have.
sure. But so we are coming to an end, Rui, and I have to say goodbye.
Okay, so bye.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all the ones that were watching us, and for the next ones that will share the video in our pages. Okay, good night,
Okay.
good evening,
Bye.
bye bye.
Valeria, thank you. Bye, everybody.